Yeah, Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 12, texts 6 and 7. Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chirat partha mai aveshita chetasam. So Krishna here he says, for those who sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha, those who give up all their activities unto me, who worships me by giving up all his activities unto me, meaning one who dedicates their activities for Krishna. That's what it means, not literally giving up and not doing anything. Unto me means for Krishna. Mai sanyasya, karmani mai sanyasya, considering me to be the supreme, being attached to me, matparaha, ananyena iva yogena, mam dhyayanta upasate. And in this way, without undeviated, with undeviated attention, ananyena iva yogena, by practicing bhakti yoga, mam dhyayanta upasate, one who meditates upon me and worships me, tesham, for them, aham samudharta, I am personally the deliverer. Uddharan means one who delivers, one who elevates somebody, delivers somebody. So Krishna is saying, for one who gives up their work to me, dedicates to me, and meditates on me, worships me with undeviating focus, I am the swift deliverer. I am personally the swift deliverer. Aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. Deliverer from what? This mrityu samsara sagarat. From this ocean of material existence. Nachirat, not a very long time. Swiftly I deliver. Chirat means very long time. Nachirat means not after long time. My aveshita chetasam, one whose minds are full of me, who has fixed his mind upon me. So that means that fortunate position of, so this chapter is about, Arjuna is asking the question, which path is better? The path of personal worship or the path of impersonal worship? So now Krishna is, in many, many ways, he says, the path of personal worship of Krishna is best. And here he is explicitly saying how fortunate the devotees are because the Lord personally delivers them very soon from this material existence. There was a boy who fell into the river and then he was shouting, oh, save me, save me. The father saw that immediately on the shore. He immediately jumped and then he saved him and then brought him to the shore. And now the onlooker, one person was looking, he was surprised because this boy was an expert swimmer. He even got a gold medal. And then later he asked the father and the boy, he should have swam himself, just like your father did. Still, why did you call for the father? And the son said, at that point when I fell down, I cannot remember anything. I could not remember anything but only my father. I have full confidence that only by my father can help me. I didn't have any confidence about my swimming abilities. I thought I went blank, even though I could have made it. But My reliance and my confidence in my father was so much that I shouted for my father, and my father immediately came and helped me. So, this is, if you see this incident, we are like that child, and this river is like this ocean of material existence, and father is like Krishna. Cultivating devotional service means cultivating our dependence and cultivating the sense of protection by Krishna. Somebody may say, oh, this is a sign of weakness. You are not cultivating yourself to be strong. But, for example, you are in an ocean. How much ever expert swimmer you are, can you cross the ocean? Because the ocean is too big. You cannot cross the ocean by your expert swimming. So only somebody who has come with a boat and throw the rope to you, he can lift you and make you safe. So people who think they can master everything, they can figure out everything, they can swim across this ocean, unfortunately don't realize that, as the acharyas say, we are like being tossed around by these waves of the ocean. It doesn't matter. Even an elephant has to get carried away by the waves, however strong it may be. But a fish in the ocean, fish is happily swimming inside. Fish is going across the currents. Fish has no anxiety that it is going to get submerged. Why? Because it has taken shelter of the ocean. That is his residence. So, likewise, when we take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet contains this entire material existence. Mahat Padam, Mahat Tattva. This material existence is called Mahat Tattva. And the entire existence is there in Krishna's lotus feet. Samashritaye Padapallavaplavam Mahat Padam Punya Yasho Murare Bhavambudhirvatsa Padam Param Padam 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 Yad Vipadam Natesham. So it is said that one who takes shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, which is the shelter of this whole material existence. Ye samashrita, one who takes shelter of Krishna's padapallava plavam, Krishna's lotus feet, which are like the lotus flower in the lotus buds, that which is the shelter of this Mahat Padam, Mahat Tattva, the entire material existence. And for them, this whole material existence, Bhavam Buddhir, it becomes like a Vatsa Padam. Vatsa means calf. You know, a small calf, when it is walking and the ground is wet, it makes holes in the ground. And there are small water puddles that forms in those spaces. And even a child can easily cross across that pool of water. It's a small puddle of water. So, like that, it is said, this entire ocean of material existence becomes like a small puddle of water contained in the calf's hoof print if you take shelter of Krishna. Otherwise, padam padam yad vipadam natesham. This material existence, every step there is danger. Because we don't know what is going to happen. So that is why here Prabhupada says the devotees are very fortunate to be delivered very soon from material existence by the Lord. In pure devotional service, one comes to the realization that God is great and the individual soul is subordinate to Him. His duty is to render service to the Lord. If not, then he will render service to Maya. See, we have to choose. Everybody has to serve. That is given. Can anyone say, I am not a servant, I am the master? Nobody can say that because everyone is forced to serve. Even the richest person is always in anxiety, working hard. He's serving money, he's serving his desires. Why? Because if he wants to be rich, he has to work hard and keep up that status. And what to speak of the poor man? Everybody is serving in this world. And even if you are don't have any obligations, you bring a pet and you serve the dog, you walk the dog, you clean up its refuse, isn't it? Everybody has to serve. So we have a choice to choose whom to serve. I want to serve Krishna or I want to serve Maya. If you are not serving Krishna, there is only one activity you are doing, which is serving Maya. That we have to choose. A smart person chooses to serve Krishna. And then Prabhupada explains in the purport, Sarvani karmani mai sanyasya. What it means is, Sarvani karmani, all our activities should be dedicated for Krishna. And how nicely Prabhupada writes, one should work only for Krishna. Does it mean I should join the temple and give up my work and only work for Krishna, whatever is given in the by the authorities in the temple? So Prabhupada clarifies, it does not matter in what kind of work one engages, but that work should be done only for Krishna. Means that work should be done to please the Supreme Lord. If you use that work's result to please the Lord, that is working for Krishna. That is called Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya. His life's mission is to please Krishna, and he can sacrifice everything for Krishna's satisfaction, just as Arjuna did in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And now, if it is still difficult to understand, Prabhupada simplifies it still further. The process is very simple. One can devote himself in his occupation. See, you can engage, continue to be in your occupation, and engage at the same time in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Such transcendental chanting attracts the devotee to the personality of Godhead. See, you can be continue in your occupation, and at the same time engage in chanting. Of course, we all have certain number of vows. Every morning we chant few malas. So like that, every day you chant nicely. You take the guidance of Krishna, pray for Krishna's guidance so that your work you are dedicating for Krishna, doing it in proper consciousness. Then you will achieve nice things in your work also because it is pure work, Krishna's directed work. And then one who does that, what Krishna is saying, Aham samudharta na chirat. He promises, Krishna is promising that he will without delay deliver a pure devotee thus engaged from the ocean of material existence. So there was this boy who was left alone at home. But the father said, don't leave anywhere until I come back. And the father arranged everything for the boy. And I promise nothing will happen to you. Don't worry. And the child was there, and the child was inside the home. He was eating, and the time became night in the night, and he became a little perturbed, and he started to panic a little bit. The father said, every time you become panicked, you call my name, things will be all right. And then this child was, when he got panicked a little bit in the dark, he called his father's name. And then still, the child couldn't believe nothing was happening. He was still getting panicked. And he was calling the father's name, calling the father's name. And he started to shout. And then the neighbor came. He knocked the door, and the child opened the door. And they said, "Hey, why are you shouting like this?" Oh, my father, I was looking for my father. And then the neighbor said, no, father is here in my house only. And the father was there along with the neighbor. And the father said, see, I told you, I will promise you, I will come whenever you shout, whenever you call my name. And then since then, whenever the father left, even he went for a far distance. And the child was confident. Even though the father was not there, he knew that the father was there in the neighbor's house, even though the father went far away. So the devotee, likewise, when he practices Krishna consciousness, Krishna trains the devotee. I am here to help, I am here to help. And eventually the devotee becomes confident, no anxiousness, no nervousness. Because unlike a material father who has to be in the vicinity, everything is in the vicinity for the Lord. The Lord is watching us from everywhere. One who chants his holy name, one who is always thinking of him. We are never separate. So the devotee has that confidence. He builds that confidence because of continuous reciprocation from the Lord. Whenever a devotee is in trouble, the Lord comes to deliver. And the Lord is here promising that He will deliver without delay. And then Prabhupada compares the advantage of a devotee with that of, say, for example, a yogi. So, what a yogi has to do, he has to practice a lot, concentration, he has to sit erect, focus, control the mind, control the senses, practice celibacy. And then at the time of death, he has to transfer the soul by thinking about a particular planet, and then he can go to that planet. So this is a very, very troublesome. It's a very difficult path. All one has to do only. Like you fell in a well, and there are few ways you can get out of it. Let's say there are no steps. It's a dark well in the forest. It's meant for catching animals, and you fell down, and you are shouting, and finally you realize that there is a rope hanging from the top, and then it's very slippery well, and the rope is also slippery. Somehow you hung on to it, you made it dry and all that, but then how will you climb up? Every time you're trying to catch the rope up, you're slipping. You can only hold on to the rope. The only way you can get out is when somebody from the above pulls you. You're tightly holding onto the rope, and somebody from above pulls you. This is the bhakti path. You take shelter of the rope is nothing but the holy name, the mala. You take shelter of the mala, hold on to it tightly, chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna will pull you out of this world. Whereas the others, The yogis, the gnanis, the karmis, they have to do hard work because there is no surrender. There is no surrender to Krishna. They want to deliver themselves by their own hard work. So they have to climb. See how strong they have to be. As I said, however strong expert swimmer you are, the ocean is still can overpower you. And then Prabhupada quotes very nice instance here from Varaha Purana, where it says that the devotee does not need to practice Ashtanga Yoga in order to transfer his soul to the spiritual planets. The responsibility is taken by the Supreme Lord Himself. This is another confirmation. Like Krishna is saying, Tesham Aham Samudharta, I am personally the deliverer. And Varaha Purana also it is said, same thing. That Prabhupada is quoting in the purport. You can look into it. The responsibility is taken by the Lord Himself. He clearly states here that He Himself becomes the deliverer. A child is completely cared for by his parents, and thus his position is secure. Similarly, a devotee does not need to endeavor to transfer himself by yoga practice to other planets. Rather, the Supreme Lord, by His great mercy, comes at once riding on his bird carrier Garuda and at once delivers the devotee from his material existence. See? So, all we have to do is, all the difficult part will be done by the Lord. The simple part only we have to do. What is that? So Prabhupada says, one simply has to practice the easy process of Krishna consciousness and fully engage himself in devotional service. Any intelligent man should always prefer the process of devotional service to all other paths. So, one may say there are varieties of paths people perform and they get a lot of advantage. Like karma kanda, if you do, you get promotion to heavenly planets and you can have a good life. One who worships the demigods, they get some boons, material boons, they get a good life, even though it's an illusory enjoyment. One who follows Gnana path, they may get liberated from this material existence, even though they may get merged into impersonal Brahman. So all these benefits are there in other paths. What about Bhakti path? And so Prabhupada quotes gives the answer to that also. In the Narayaniya, it is confirmed. या वै साधन संपत्ति पुरुषार्था चतुष्टये तया विना तदाप्नोति naro narayanashrayah. The purport of this verse is that one should not engage in the different processes of fruitive activity or cultivate knowledge by mental speculative process. That means karma or gnana. One who is devoted to the Supreme Personality can attain all the benefits derived from all other yogic processes, speculation, rituals, sacrifices, charities, etc. That is the specific benediction of devotional service. See? Naro Narayana Shreya, one who takes shelter of Narayana, he apnoti, he gets everything. Yavai sadhana sampatti purushartha chatushtaya, whatever is there that is obtained from following dharmartha kama moksha processes mentioned in the Vedas. Even without following those, vina tadapnoti, the devotee attains all of that. See, so many advantages are there. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, a devotee of the Lord can approach the supreme destination easily and happily. But this destination cannot be approached by any other process of religion. So no other process of religion, no other yoga process can give that benefit, can offer that simplicity, can offer that highest destination as Bhakti Yoga does. That is why Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. One should give up all other processes of self realization and simply execute devotional service in Krishna consciousness. So that is the highest perfection of life. We'll stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? Bhagavad Gita as it is